Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Crime and Punishment. And it is the 18th version of the Alpha for Prison Architect. I don't know why I said that in such a weird, convoluted way, but that's what I did, and I can't take it back now. Unless I were to re-record it, but that doesn't sound like me. Anyway, we're back to doing what we were doing last time, and we have mostly been concentrating on building classrooms and setting up the rehabilitation programs. As we can see here, programs. There we go. So we got a bunch of people who passed the workshop safety programs, and want to get into the foundation education program and behavioral therapy. There are a bunch of people in queues and whatnot. We've got some of these already opened. So that is something that we are doing. We have also, in the past couple of episodes, set up some jobs for the deployment. Let's take that off. Let's speed that up because it's like later on in the evening and nothing's going to be happening. We're just going to have inmates puttering around anyway. So we finally set up jobs so we can get laundry done and help in the kitchens and some cleaning stuff done and all that fun stuff. Also, very recently we implemented anti-stab vests and teasers for all of our guards. So that's kind of a plus. We built this new cell block, which is still being constructed, as you can probably see. We filled out the classroom with furniture and put cameras in them. Actually, this guy doesn't need to be deployed specifically to there. So let's take the deployment. We'll take another classroom. We'll just come here. That'll actually be sufficient. Because we've got cameras in all the other rooms. So we should, I think, have close to enough to start furnishing these this cell block, I think. When this is finished, I'm gonna wait until they're finished, simply because I am not sure when the payment for the programs comes out, as that's something that's kind of new to this alpha build, and while I've experienced payments, I wasn't entirely sure on when it was that it came out, so I don't know if it's once a week or once every couple of days or every day. I'm not entirely sure, so. Also, we are going to have to fix the fuster cluck that is going to be this. Because I'm assuming that we're probably going to want to put another building or something here. And we're not going to want to use it off of that power source, so we might have to switch off this power station to this power station. And then use this to go forward, kind of like... Whoa. Zoomed in a little bit too far and a little bit too fast. We're going to kind of want this power station on the left, kind of go and branch out to the left, maybe. Because this can easily be set up to, power all the rest of this stuff. So actually, what I'm going to do, real quick, to kind of set up for the future of that is set up some power switches for that. And then what I can do is let's turn the utilities back on. When the power switch is installed and I want to switch over from this power plant to this power plant, all I have to do is turn off the switch here, and then turn on the switch here, and it should be okay. It should just switch over, and then I'll be able to take off these wires, and it won't be a big deal. If I do everything correctly, anyway. Let's get into utilities, and let's go help this dude. Yeah. I bet you're relieved. Well, it's cost us money to set up trees, too. Breakfast is going to be served any time now. I don't know what they're making for breakfast. Maybe, like, porridge and I don't know what the green stuff could possibly be. Why are you exhausted, workman? Go chill out. Oh, maybe because you were the guy who was stuck there. Oh, and this is all turned off because you didn't do this in the correct order. I'm assuming. Yeah, probably. So let's turn that off. Switched on. There you go. Yeah, they just didn't do it in the right order and it overloaded the circuit because they were... I guess it was trying to feed power back into the power station, which caused a short circuit. I don't know, I could be talking out of my ass. It's a pretty likely thing. Objects. So let's start outfitting this cell block. I don't know why I trailed off there. Made a bunch of cell blocks before, it's not like it's anything new to me. There we go, and there we go. And beds. Beds, right there. Set up some beds. I had a prison that I played around with a long time ago. And I can't remember if it was one that I recorded or if it was one that I was just experimenting with, where I had, like, TVs in everybody's room. And, I don't know if it made much of a difference. But that was a luxury prison. Okay, so $135. $700. So we got people coming in to do some learning. I'm very happy about that. You, my friend, after this is done auto-saving, I will get you to... Yeah, there you go. Okay, maybe... Yeah, maybe you should just go on break. You obviously can't handle this whole installing a toilet thing right now. Maybe you need a cup of coffee and you maybe... There you go. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more cells that we need to install toilets. Objects. I'm gonna put a CCTV camera down here. Yeah, we're gonna put it down here. Put a bunch of beds in there. What is your major malfunction, dude? I'm gonna start turning these into cells. That's a cell. That's a cell. This here's a cell. That one too. Here we go. Okay. I apparently at some juncture had decided that I had already wanted that to be a cell. Oh, I just had that weird thing where, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but your, like, speaker will pick up some sort of other communication, like from a wireless call, like a wireless telephone call or something like that. Or, like, from a cell phone. And it won't be, like, intelligible, it'll just be like, but it'll be amplified through your speakers. It kind of sounds like an alien transmission. It's definitely weird. And I didn't have my speakers on for the longest time, like I didn't have them powered up because I mostly just, I live in an apartment block, and it's a small, it's like it's a converted house, like a house converted into an apartment block. So we're all in fairly close quarters, and I mean, I know my neighbor beside me and the people downstairs in the landlords, and you know, I want to stay quiet for them and be respectful and stuff. So I mostly listen to all the stuff on my headset on my computer. So not much call to have my speakers on, but I turned them on right around the end of December when I had guests over, so they could like listen to whatever was playing on the computer. And ever since I haven't turned them off, because there's no real need to. I just hadn't hooked them up before because it was a pain in the arse. There's no reason for them to be hooked up. And we're going to install all of these cell doors. I think we can call this a completed cell block. Man, I really hope that they're starting to saw some of these logs up, because I only currently have 6 prisoners who are qualified to do anything, so I'll let these people out. There you go. There we go. So she gives us a whole bunch of new cells. Wait, did I do these wrong? Ooh, these two I did wrong. Not entirely sure how I screwed that up, but I seem to have several times. Okay, well that's fixed now. We got a bunch of new cells coming up. And that's... there we go. So we have 244 potential rooms now, so what we can do is make sure that we're not open to normal risk because we want to get all those out. To require medical attention. Why do 2 of my prisoners require medical attention? Anyway, so we are going to open up intake, and we're going to have 12 prisoners, and that won't be a big deal, because we have room for 244, and that should only bring us up to 200. Anyway, that's gonna about do it for this episode of Crime and Punishment. If you have, I don't know why I just went blank, but if you like this episode, or you just want to support the series, feel free to go ahead and leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like that's something that you may want to do, that button is down there as well. If you have any positive or negative feedback, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. If you want to join us on Facebook, Steam, or Twitter, you can do that by clicking on one of the links in the description down below, and it'll bring you right to where you need to go. But I've been Mike, and you've been you, and this has been Crime and Punishment, Prison Architect Alpha 18. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!